You've got questions, we've got answers. Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, answering the questions that new leaders ask us. Our goal here at the Kevin Eikenberry Group is to help all leaders build their confidence, productivity, and success. And today we're talking about one of those things directly. We're going to talk about how to build your confidence when you have to make a tough decision. Let's get started. So specifically, here's the question we recently were asked. How can I feel confident about making a decision? Well, the reality is that confidence is critical to our success as a leader. I'm not talking about cockiness or hubris, but I'm also not talking about being timid. I mean, no one wants to follow someone timid. We don't want to follow a cocky person, but all of us want to be led by someone with confidence. Well, how do we build confidence in anything? We build confidence by having successful attempts at we try something and we're successful and we're more confident the next time. I mean, think about anything that you do. You're learning how to ride a bicycle, and the further you go without falling, the more confident you are the next time. You're learning how to juggle, and if you can get three balls to stay up a little longer, you're more confident the next time. Confidence comes from successful tries in the past. So that's how it would apply to decision making as well. You want to be more confident about decisions, make more decisions. But that doesn't really help you when you've got one in front of you right now, right? So let me talk about that specifically. 4 things to do. You've got a tough decision to make and you want to make it with more confidence. Okay? The first thing I want you to do is to consider the problem or consider the decision from different perspectives. If you only think about it from your perspective, you might miss something, and that may be where the lack of confidence comes. So think about looking at the problem or the decision that you have to make from a variety of perspectives. That might mean asking other people for their perspective, or it might mean simply saying, if I were the customer, how would I feel about this? Or if I were the CEO, how would I feel about this? Or if I were my team, how would I feel about this? In other words, get more perspectives. That'll help you feel better about the decision. Second thing to do is listen to Ben Franklin. Well, what do I mean by Ben Franklin? Well, Ben said, draw a line down a piece of paper, and on one side write the pros, the other side write the cons, and make a list. And he's exactly right. You've got a decision to make. Look at the pros and the cons. Write them. Don't just think about them. Write them down. And once they're on paper, they become more real, and you start to see it isn't just about which list is longer, but which has more weight, and it will help you make the decision. The third thing that I want you to do is to think about the worst case scenario. Like, ask yourself this question. What's the worst thing that could happen if I make this decision? And if that worst case scenario is something that you can live with, or really isn't all that bad, then I'd say go. You want to think about the worst case. You don't want to dwell on it. But what I've found is that often when we ask ourselves that question, we find out that the worst case isn't really all that bad after all. And the fourth thing to do is, once you've done those other 3 things, is decide, because action and motion is all powerful. So once you've done those things and feel some amount of conviction in the decision that you're making, make a decision and go. Doing those 4 things will start to give you more success. And with current decisions, and like we said before, confidence comes by making more decisions and finding success in those, building your confidence for the next time. Let me close. Before I go, let me give you a tweet for today. Remarkable leaders are confident. People seldom follow the timid. Well, I hope this question and my answer was helpful, and I hope that you find more answers to your questions about being a more effective leader, especially as a new leader, by looking at all of the resources right here on the Bud to Boss site. On this site, we've got a variety of resources, both free and paid, all of which are here to help you be more successful, to help you in the transition from Bud to Boss. I look forward to seeing you again in a future episode.